Yanni, we're going to recap Bucks Sixers and Hawks Blues, as well as preview Bulls Pistons, and a new edition of the Thinking Chair. That's all right now on Yackin Wit Yoni. Welcome to this January the 23rd edition of Yackin Wit Yoni. I am Ryan Yannishatis. Let's kick this thing off by recapping last night's game between the Bucks and the Sixers. Bucks win this one of a final of 110 and 102. Let's go to the bullet points. First one, bad game for Larry Sanders. It seems like anything that he shot at the basket was not going in. He had an awful first half. Second half, he had one pretty much an easy right there to just tip in and goes off. He just had a rough game, and you could tell he was not enjoying himself last night in that game. I mean, it could have been the layoff after the 4-game road trip, but it just was not a good game for Larry Sanders, and it showed on the score sheet. Second one, Turner on the burner. Evan Turner did a great job. He kept the Sixers in this game, even though they didn't end up winning it. He was able to step up, play very good, and he was really making his shots, either from beyond the arc at the free throw line. So he was really doing what he needed to do to get the Sixers there, and he's going to have to be the cog in this team's machine. I think these two teams are going to be battling for that 8th spot in the playoffs. We'll have to see, but as of right now, I think that Evan Turner was the key in that game. And that's the final. Turnovers don't hurt Bucks. Bucks had a lot of turnovers in this game, but they ended up holding on. It was because the Sixers were not capitalizing on the turnovers. So that's the one thing. Drew Holiday was kind of quiet for the Sixers, but really nothing big. And the turnovers did not hurt them, therefore they held on and got the W. So the Bucks win that one in a final of 110 to 102. Where's the one place to watch all Yackin Wit Yoni programming? It is our home of YouTube. You can watch all episodes on the channel. That is Yackin Wit Yoni on its home of YouTube. Now it's time to recap Blackhawks and the Blues last night from the United Center home opener. People say it was really loud there. Hawks win it 3-2. Let's go to the bullet points. First one, Hawks jump out early. They got out to a 2-0 lead. They were really, against the St. Louis Blues team that really, they're young. They don't have that much, they're young, up and coming, but they're also one of the top teams, they're saying, going to be up and coming. But when you look at them, they played very well. They're out to get out to that early lead. Second one, Blues come back storming. Before you know it was 3-2, and they were able to jump right back in that game. The Blues really started. They're like, you know what, we're going to come right back and start playing tough, and they did. And again, it's another one of them games where the Hawks are winning, get a big lead, but then all of a sudden they can't hold a lead. And then finally, the Hawks gain momentum. They get that final goal to make it 3-2, or they was 3-1, but they're able to gain momentum, and gaining momentum is now that they're 3-0 in the Western Conference. They're proving that, you know what, we can go through anyone in this conference. They have the Red Wings coming up, but still, this is a very good team. And with that momentum, it's leading them to the charge of hopefully saying, you know what, we're going to be the winners of the Western Conference. I know it's a long way to go, but with 48 games, I believe the last game's like April 27th, they can do it. So nonetheless, Hawks win. They gain momentum there. They're now 3-0 on the season. Their next game will be Thursday against the Dallas Stars. Yackin Wit Yoni's on top of it when it comes to social media, and that includes Twitter, where you can watch it or get active with the show. So don't forget to follow Yackin Wit Yoni on Twitter. Well, of course, it's the middle of the week. Wednesday and Thursday are kind of my days to vent a little bit. And I did that again today, usually with the hot topics, you could say. And one of the hot topics right now is Manti Te'o with his interview. He's going to be interviewing with Katie Couric tomorrow about the whole, the girlfriend of the hoax scandal and all that is already taped. But I kind of have not a bond with him, but I know what he's going through in a way, and I explain that in my newest edition of The Thinking Chair. Thinking Chair, and today we're going to talk about Manti Te'o's imaginary girlfriend and how I kind of have a bond with that. Well, of course you guys know a couple of months ago I had a sponsorship deal with Sports Authority. The reason why Yackin Wit Yoni came together, because if it wasn't for that, we'd probably still be on the Yanni and Max show. But the point is that I did all the talking, did all the emailing, had everything thought, bought all my stuff. To only find out that it didn't exist, that it was fake. And I never met up with the person, never called, because I figured it was real, it was legit. Gave him my credit card, my debit card number and everything, and all that happened. Obviously, you guys know the story. But the thing is that what happened to Manti Te'o was pretty much the same thing, is that he was dating a girl for 3 years to find out it was a guy pretending to be a woman. So he had something that he supposedly died, and then all that, and then it went away, and it comes out now. So it's something that, it's definitely a tough thing to go through. I mean, people are making fun of Manti Te'o. If he had nothing to do with it, I don't think it should be any of his fault. This Thursday, which would be tomorrow, he's going to be on Katie with Katie Couric and talk about it. I think he's going to, I mean, if he's somber and if he had nothing to do with it, if he finds out that he had something to do with this, he's going to be hated. But, and this scam. But if he finds out that he was lowballed and screwed over just like I was, it's going to be, people are going to love him, and people are going to know what he's going through. I kind of, in a way, know what he's going through. Never watched Notre Dame play, but that's got to be something rough to go through. The only other problem is that he never saw her in real life. He didn't go to her funeral. So, I mean, part of me thinks that maybe he did have something to do with it, but you can't say it unless he says something. That's okay with the Lance Armstrong thing. So, again, it's a touchy subject, and again, the interview is tomorrow on Katie Couric. We'll interview him about all that, so that'll be interesting to see. But I just understand what he's going through and what I've gone through compared to what he has. But his obviously way blown out than mine because he's in sports. So I just want to cover that. My opinion on it, I think he's innocent. But the only thing that's a little fishy is he didn't go to the wake, never saw her in person, talked to her on the phone, which wasn't her. So I mean, there's some fishy things out there. But if he can explain them, then I'll believe him, and my heart goes out to him. So that is my newest edition of The Thinking Chair. Check out the official website of Yackin Wit Yoni, where you can view promo flyers, Katie's blog, Yackin merchandise, and much more. Go to yackinwyoni.weebly.com. Now it's time to preview Bulls Pistons. That one from Detroit, or that one will be from tonight from the United Center in Chicago. The Bulls right now on a roll, being able to, they just beat the Lakers on Monday. Now they're trying to come in, take care of the Detroit Pistons. Can they do it? Obviously they can, but I think it's going to be an interesting matchup to see where this team going to be. Right now, when we look at the Detroit Pistons, they're led by two young guys, Greg Monroe, Brandon Knight. Remember the guy, then also they have Tayshaun Prince. This is a team that's really in the back burner. I don't think they're looking at an 8th seed this year. They're a team that's young. They got to get rolling, and we'll see if they'll be able to. But I think as of right now, they need to play a little bit better. But for the Bulls, right now, Jimmy Butler's the hot hand. Not sure if Luol Deng's going to be playing tonight. If he is, I think that's a step up. But why? You don't want to, the Bulls are winning without him. Why not let him rest until D Rose comes back, who is now officially able for full contact? I'd say in less than a month you'll see him back out on the floor by the All-Star break. The All-Star game is February 18th or 17th, I believe. So hopefully around there. So less than a month, and we should see D Rose back in the game and back in action. So hopefully we'll be able to see him there. But again, tonight the Bulls will take on the Pistons. Again, it's a struggling team. The Bulls have done very well against Detroit. We'll see if they can again. But when the Bucks played Detroit, it was Brandon Knight that really had the big game, so that's what they have to watch out for. That game will be on at 7 o'clock on Comcast Sportsnet Chicago. Every week I'll have a question and put it on Facebook, Twitter, and our website. We want you, the people's feedback. I'll read them the following Friday. You can also email them to me at yackinwyoni@yahoo.com. Now it's time for predictions. Of course, last night I went 1-1, saying the Hawks would lose and the Bucks would win. Bucks won, Hawks won. Didn't pick that. So therefore, I'm 1-2 now going into today's games. And today's only the Bulls and the Pistons. Let's see if I brought my pen over here. I did not, of course. So I'll have to wing this. And I'm going to go Bulls over Pistons tonight. I think the Bulls are going to prevail. They've been playing really good at home. Let's hope they can keep up. So I got Bulls over Pistons tonight. Preview for tomorrow, we're going to recap Bulls Pistons, preview Blackhawks Stars, and as well have a new edition of Yanni's Take and Case Talk. Usually we do it today. We forgot about it. We will do it tomorrow, and we'll have, so it will be a good show tomorrow, as we will have talk about, recap the event from Saturday and preview this Saturday when they're in Chicago. So that's all coming up tomorrow on Yackin Wit Yoni. That'll wrap it up for this, I always want to go to October. That'll wrap it up for this January the 23rd edition of Yackin Wit Yoni. I am Ryan Yanishada saying this is, and forever will be, one guy, one show, nuff said.